Welcome, everyone, to the Hardin Local Weekly Podcast. I'm Rachel Brantingham, and we are glad you're here with us today. It is sunny outside, guys. I'm so excited. And it said 59, but we're calling it 60. Okay, we're going to hit the 60s. I've never been so happy to see the snow melt. We've got a packed show. Nate Bryan is back with business news. Jon has your local events for this Valentine's week. I love the heart in the background, Jon. That's so appropriate. Um, I will be sharing your weekly housing market update, and Britton and Michelle are back with an experienced eater review of Jack's Wings. I'm excited. But first, I want to introduce all of our amazing co-hosts. So we've got Phil Taul, the creator of Hardin Local. We've got Scott Lucas. He is my co-host. We've got Jon O'Brien, our events guru. Nate Nathaniel, which we go by Nate, who is going to bring the business news today, and Britton and Michelle McDowell, your experienced eaters. And I, of course, am Rachel Brantingham, your host and your Hardin County housing market expert. Before we get started, I would always like to make sure everyone knows how to stay connected with us. So Hardin Local is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. If you enjoy listening or watching podcasts on those specific platforms, please make sure to follow us. And if you don't, but you have a friend or family member who does, please invite them to follow us. You can find all the links that we discussed today and in past episodes on hardinlocal.com. And that's where you'll find our full link tree with all of our personal social channels. Follow us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching on Facebook, make sure to hit that follow button right now. And please drop your comments, questions, events, or business news, or just say hi in the chat. We love hearing from you, and we'll try to respond to as many of you as we can before we wrap up. Share this stream with friends, family, and neighbors, and anyone who loves Hardin County as much as all of us do. One more thing, if you have any shout outs you want us to mention at the end of the show, drop those in the comments. We'll read them off during our closing segment as long as they are appropriate. Hosts, you start thinking about your shout outs too, okay? All right. One last thing, we want to thank today's sponsor, Techtel. Techtel is a local technology company right here in Elizabethtown that helps businesses run smoother and stay secure. They specialize in business, phone systems, cybersecurity, and practical AI tools that reduce complexity and stress for growing companies. If you'd like to learn how Techtel can help your business, just comment Techtel on this video or visit hardinlocal.com for details on how to get in touch. And of course, you can always reach out to Phil. Phil is a partner with them, and he can discuss that with you in detail. So, Phil?
Nice. Yeah, you can also find my contact information on hardinlocal.com and reach out to me if you're interested in Techtel services. Hey, Harvey. Harvey just said hello, everyone. So good to see you, Harvey.
Hey.
Glad you're with us. So I have an update on the Hardin local election interviews. Last week I told everyone the deadline was February 10th. Well, my lack of time is your reward. The deadline has been extended and pushed to February 28th. If you are running for an office in an opposed race and haven't registered yet, you still have time. You just need to visit hardinlocal.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom. It's the second segment, and you'll be able to read about our interview policy and then sign up there. A quick rundown on these formats. Some of these will be joint interviews just because there's over 50 or 60 people. But if they are joint interviews, they won't be debates. It'll just be like, I'll have everybody muted and ask them the same questions. They'll get the same amount of time to answer and then move on. But if you can be more flexible with this, with your schedule, we can get you on a standalone interview. It's just, it's a lot of interviews to do. And we just want to make sure we have time to do them. So if you don't care whether there's other people on during the interview, other people running in that same race, then that would be the easiest and quickest way for us to get it done. But anyway, we plan on having a respectful, informative format, and you can read all about it on hardinlocal.com.
Perfect. All right. Does anyone in our audience have special announcements related to local events or business news? If so, make sure to drop those in the comments. And of course, as we go through, of course, if any of our hosts have announcements, please make those. So, all right, let's jump into our icebreaker. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to do any good at this because every time we hit a commercial break, it was all of us girls together and we would mute it and talk and then unmute. So I'm not even going to be able to help you guys with this one. But what was your favorite Super Bowl ad and why? You guys obviously watched the Super Bowl. I don't know. I was for the
Yeah,
Seahawks. No, Nate?
I know.
What?
No,
I
you
don't, I
didn't.
don't have. I just don't have. I didn't go out. So like we watched YouTube, watched the collection of every single commercial there was. So I did see them all.
Oh, there you go.
Unless Doritos wasn't included because I didn't see a Doritos commercial in there. Unless I just missed one. They saw every other one, but even though I'm a Coke guy, I've been to Atlanta. I've been to World of Coke over Springs. I thought the Pepsi Polar Bear was hilarious. That was
Yeah.
cute. That was
It was
my
a good
top
one.
one, and the second one was the Budweiser Eaglet.
Yeah, I really like the Dunkin' Donuts one, which was like a parody of Good Will Hunting, I think. And then that was great. And then I also really liked the first Claude one, where the therapist and the guy, was talking about how can I have a better relationship with my mom, and then they plugged an ad making fun of some of these other AA platforms. So I'm not gonna say exactly what, but you should have looked that one up if you haven't seen it yet. What about you, Britt? Did you?
You guys watch any commercials?
Oh yeah, so I really liked the Bosch Guy ad with Guy Fieri. That was really good. Really, also, and of course, Star Wars nerd here. The Mandalorian and Grogu with the tauntauns and the snow sled. That was pretty sweet.
It was.
And so, I did go back and look at some. I found that there's a list that you can get on Yahoo. It's the top 25 Super Bowl ads of all time, and some honorable mentions that I'll say these and see if anybody remembers. Anybody remember Snickers and Betty White?
Oh,
Yeah.
That was a great one. What about from several of our younger days, Jordan Bird playing for McDonald's?
Oh yeah.
Jordan versus Bird,
Yep.
because they walk into the gym and one of them has and they're playing horse for it. That was
Going.
I remember as a child that may be before a couple of y'all. So sorry. And then the other one, this one is probably before y'all too because I was really young. But all time, it was the number 2 on the list is Burger King. Where's the beef?
Yep. I remember that.
I remember that one.
There's the beef.
Yeah.
Where's the beef?
And with Sam Elliott, I like his voice when he says, "Where's the beef?"
Mhm.
Yeah.
John,
I had there was a movie trailer, The Adventures of Cliff Booth. That's what I thought was the best thing. Yeah, that was a good trailer.
Is that the one that was set like in the 70s? Going to be a Netflix movie?
So it's a spinoff of the Tarantino film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
Tarantino wrote it. He's not directing it, but it's going to be amazing. Yeah, same character, just in his own story.
Well, Brad Pitt's
nice.
character looked a lot younger in that trailer, so I wonder if that was either a flashback or if it's going to be like a prequel.
It's after because in the trailer they talk about, oh, you helped Rick out with the guy, and he's like, yeah, I was there kind of thing. But yeah,
all right. Scott, you didn't watch?
I did not watch it. No. I would rather be playing football than watching it. I don't
Yeah.
like watching sports because I like to get into it. And just me just sitting there watching, I just twiddle my thumbs, I'll scroll. But my Seahawks won. I used to live in Washington State, so they won. So go Seahawks.
There's a fun fact. I never knew you lived in Washington State.
In Washington State back when I was young.
I even my son watched the game with me, which he doesn't usually watch sports, so that was kind of cool. I did
Wow.
enjoy that.
I won $10, so your girl's a winner. Okay?
You
It was
got
just a
momentum
friendly.
up.
I mean, it makes it. Then at least you're in the game a little bit. You actually care. Okay, it was only $10, but I was like, every single touchdown, I was like getting closer to $10 more.
Here you go.
All right, boys. Well, I know it's your all's favorite week of the year. I know all of you all love Valentine's week as much as us ladies, and I cannot wait to hear, John, about all the cool events happening across Hardin County. And I mean, that should have been the question. What's each one of you going to do for the woman in your life? That would have been even better. But we'll jump into events, John. Let's keep going.
I'll make that the icebreaker for next week.
Oh,
we
there you go. What did you do? There it is.
Oh, yeah. I've got a Facebook status up right now. I do it every year. It always shows up. It says "Ruin Valentine's Day in 5 words or less." That's always fun.
I saw that one. That was good. The comments were pretty entertaining too.
Too much room for dark humor, so I'll keep my mouth shut.
We need an update on how 75 Hard is going.
Oh, 75 hard. It's day 10. It's day 10. Smooth sailing so far. Down 12 pounds as of Sunday. So
Dude,
that's
I can
nice.
see it in your face.
Yeah.
Like, you
I
look
can too.
Beard is thinner. Yeah, it's thinner, dude.
I got my blue steel going on.
yes. Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, going well so far.
All right. Well, take us away. Tell us what's going on.
All right. Today we have some couples mahjong. So you were doing mahjong by yourself before. Now it's couples time. Mahjong at the Straight and Narrow, 6:30 to 9:30 tonight. Tomorrow there's a Valentine's luncheon at the Saber and Quill in Fort Knox. $18 for that food, photo booth, and fellowship. There's also a guest speaker, Dr. Mark Clark. Thursday, it's a heart cookie platter decorating class at the Hardin County Chamber of Commerce, right across the street from me. If you want to make some cookies, 6 to 8 p.m. Sounds like a fun little thing you could do with the couple or with the gal pals as well. I know that's probably a fun little thing.
Valentine's.
Yeah. Cats and Crochet at Lucy and Oscar's Cat Cafe from 6 to 8 p.m. That's a fun little time crocheting. Friday, got the parents' night out. So the day before Valentine's, Friday the 13th. A parents' night out. If you take your kids to the Little Playland from 5 to 8 o'clock, they will take care of them for you. Feed them pizza. Let them have crafts, movies, games, all the fun things. Kids need to be fully potty trained, though. All right, gang? Don't be taking kids that aren't. No shame if they aren't, but don't take them. They won't take them.
Pretty sure there's a cost related with that too, isn't there?
There's a cost for
Pretty
that,
sure.
as well. Yep, you got to sign up for that.
I'm pretty sure that everybody else needs to be potty trained for all your other activities this weekend too.
Hopefully so, unless it depends, right?
Oh,
Harvey's saying that his
That
Zach's
was too-
32nd birthday.
That's
So
too easy.
they're-
Happy birthday, Zach!
Happy birthday, Zach. Oh, sounds like a fun time, Harvey. Sounds like a great time. Ribeyes. Save me one.
That's a good little deal. $9.99.
Yeah.
is that bone in or boneless? I'm curious because I've got to go to E-Town after we're done if they're only $9.99 a pound.
Harley,
I'm having a steak tomorrow.
Harvey, drop a comment. Let us know if they're boneless or not.
All right. So we also have the Valentine's dance from 6:15 to 8:30 at the Life Point Church. They also will have a mother-son and the father-daughter dance, photo booth, crafts, face painting, semi-formal, or your Sunday best. Ancestral Trails Historical Society monthly meeting at 7 p.m. at the ECTC. It's a free meeting and presentation. Maggie, the indentured servant, is going to be the topic. Galentine glass painting at Water's Edge Winery. That should be a fun time. Saturday, we got the Cupid Shuffle. So the day of the big event, Valentine's Day. They got the Cupid Shuffle 5K. Packet pickup is at 7:30. Race starts at 8:30 out there at Freeman Lake Park.
You gonna do that, John?
You know what? I don't know. I might. That might be a fun thing to do. Usually, I've already got my 5K in done before then, but maybe I'll wait a little bit. I do have to work that night, so I got to get things done in a little bit sooner than normal. But yeah, maybe I'll check that out. Dress up in a little tutu, run around in a little pink tutu.
Somebody please get pictures.
Oh, there's pictures out there. There's videos out there of me playing a guitar and a tutu here at BBT. So trust me, we can get a picture of me in a tutu. That's easy.
Perfect.
Got cookies for cuties at the Laker on Dixie from 11 to 2 p.m. So making some cookies over there. There's a Valentine adoption event from 11 to 4 at Feeder's Pet Supply. Another Valentine's Parents Night Out. This one's at Birdie's Studio, though, this time. Dinner, crafts, games, and themed fun for the kids. There is a registration required, and there's a cost for that. Heartbreaks and hangovers. A little adult party at Social Food Hall, the upstairs overlook. Again, adults only. So dark and moody cocktails and music. Intimacy begins in the kitchen, a fine dining experience at 6 p.m. at the Clean Good Eats. Learn how to make some good food. That should be a fun time. 6 p.m.
Dirty minds.
Well, so I'm laughing over here because it was after one of our dates that I kind of hornswoggled Michelle because I made her chicken and biscuits, and that was you give a girl fresh biscuits and strawberry jelly and it's over. So,
Intimacy.
That is true. If you can cook for a lady, usually they will stay around for a little while. Or a man. Cook for a man too. I like it cooked for as well.
My favorite meal is the one I don't have to cook.
My favorite meal is the one I cook and don't have to clean the dishes. Because I don't like cleaning dishes. The spot
before
will have.
I was just
Oh yeah.
I was just gonna pull this up before Heather Cruz. She's commented on Facebook. I want to make sure we grabbed and before and just highlight what she said. She was talking about the Burger King commercial too. Where's the beef? And then she had said, I always thought it was Burger King too, but I was recently corrected. Apparently, it was Wendy's.
Wendy's,
So-
where's the beef? Actually, I think
Yeah.
that's right.
I think so. I think you're
I
right.
mean, it makes sense. Wendy's had fresh beef all the time. They still do, I believe. They also like those corners to kind of hang out from the burger. That's why they're squared, and they fit better on a griddle that way.
Yeah. And then I guess Arby's stole Where's the Beef later on, or we have the beef.
Huh.
I guess,
We have the meats.
We have the
meats. We have
There
the
you
meats.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
For
Bing
sure.
Ray who was the original voice of that?
Maybe.
I don't know. The spot is going to have a Mardi Gras / Valentine's Day party, which is always a great thing. 7 p.m. at the spot. Mask and beads are provided, so that's kind of nice. Red beans and rice, gumbo, and hurricanes will be a flowing. So if you like a good hurricane, they will hook you up. The Strays will be live at Cosmic Golf from 8 to 11 p.m. Love and Legacy, a 90s R&B star with Rome, will be at the Phillips Grove. So that's going to be a fun little time, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. That's going late. Bless you. That's going late. That's going to be a fun time. Sunday, after all the lovey-dovey stuff is happening, it's time for Marriage Fight Club conference gang. All right. So if you really didn't work everything out on Valentine's Day, that didn't fix everything in your life, because it fixes everything, right? Go see them for this little fight club at the Restoration Church, 11:15 to 2:15. It's hosted by Carl U. Smalls II. And also, again, if you want to continue that kind of like couples thing, little couples therapy, you can go to the social Cupid's cocktail class, learn how to make a drink together, and that will help you out from 4 to 6 p.m. Social Food Hall. I think they usually have that upstairs as well. Brandy runs that. It's a fun little time. Learn to make some cocktails that you can then make at home for your sweetheart.
What a loaded. I mean, Valentine's is falling on a Saturday. Like, it's been a while. Like, my 2 Valentines, I've already asked them. They accepted. They're 6 and 9. They're over the moon. They're so excited. So a lot of these, I mean, these are not just couple activities. I love that some of these can really incorporate the kiddos and make it like a family thing.
I'll tell you what a great thing to do is, and if you haven't already done it, we did it this past weekend. We did it twice, actually. We did it Friday and Saturday. The Mud Puddle of Pottery down here. It is a fun little date night, or anybody can do it kind of thing. You go in there, you pick your piece of ceramics out, you pick your colors and everything out, you do it, and then you pick it up later after they fire it. And it's really a fun event, and anybody can do it.
Where is that?
Mud Puddle Pottery. It's the old Busy Bee location, right there on the corner.
I'm going to have my oldest is like fascinated with pottery. I think that he would love that.
It's a fun time for sure.
Okay, I'm add that to the to-do list, guys. You all keep throwing things at me. I'm like, I've lived here my whole life. I must be under a rock. Like I keep hearing about these things. So this is why I love this podcast so much.
All right, I've got something else very interesting on Friday as well. Here at the Red Brick Cottage from 5 to 8 p.m. on Friday night, we are having our Girlfriends and Gowns mini gala. It is the grand opening of our newly remodeled front room and our changeover to all of the dresses and taking that to the next level. So for anybody who is curious as to what we have, if you want to come see, if you want to come take advantage of also some specials in the boutique room, come have some wonderful cupcakes by the Gathering Bakery, have maybe a little bit of bubbly, have a good time, wear a nice dress, wear something sparkly. It's a great opportunity to come see what we have and how we're helping so many women in such a wonderful way that making a big difference in a lot of people's lives. So I encourage anybody to come for that, and we'd love to have Rachel. You can come if you want, guys, come if you want, and definitely support a small business that's also helping support women. So
what time was that again? Tell me one more
that
time.
is 5 to 8 on Friday.
Okay.
And maybe we can find a time to do a little standalone 5-minute live stream Wednesday or Thursday night.
That would be fantastic.
To talk about it a little more. Carrie said, I think she was talking about the beef commercial.
Yep.
That's the Wendy's, the old ladies. Thanks, Carrie, for that. She also talked about our neighbors said they had a blast there. I'm not sure where, but let us know, Carrie. Maybe Social Food Hall. I'm not sure. That's about the time to comment.
We talked a lot about the pottery, so maybe it was pottery.
Yeah, it could have been the pottery. And then Harvey said it's bone in for $9.99. Thanks, Harvey.
Britt, if you head that direction, I'll drop one at my house on your way home. Okay, I'll pay you.
If you ask me really nice, I might cook one for you. But I mean,
Now we're talking. I like it medium rare, please.
It was the pottery place.
Perfect.
And Harvey said he doesn't have a sparkly dress to come in.
I'm with Harvey. I don't have one.
We can probably find you one, Harvey.
I can probably waive that for the gentleman. That's okay. You can come however you want. We'll take you however you are. I was kind of hoping that Britt and Paul would get maybe tuxedo T-shirts. I thought that would be funny too.
Now, that's a lie, because I found tuxedo T-shirts. I found orange and blue tuxedo T-shirts. You might know what we would be referencing with orange and blue tuxedo T-shirts. And I was immediately shot down and said no.
It didn't match the decor.
Yeah.
I think it would be the attitude and sentiment that would come from orange and blue that she was rejecting. But, hey.
All right, guys. Well, any other special announcements, events that we might have missed before we jump into the housing segment?
I was thinking earlier, and I forgot to add it, but I was thinking, if you're a parent and you're worn out and you're just don't have the money to do Valentine's Day, send me a private message. I don't have a significant other, so, and I might be able to find a few other people to go in to help make sure that you can get out and enjoy time with your significant other on Valentine's Day if you can't afford it. Just send me a private message if that's you. We won't talk about it, talk about you or anything like that.
Super cool. Yeah. We hope everyone's able to find some small way to celebrate this holiday with your loved ones, whether they be 6 and 9 or if they're your significant partner. So, all right, guys, well, we're going to jump into that. John, thank you again. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. Thank you so much for bringing us the event.
Good.
We appreciate it. Keep it up, buddy. I'm very proud of you on the 75 hard. Super impressed.
Thank you. Yeah, keep it on it.
You got this. All right, guys. Well, it's time for the Hardin County housing market update. Let me kind of share with you what's been happening in our local real estate market this past week. So the dates that we're going to be sharing information from are February 3rd through February 9th. All of the information I bring to you is from the Heart of Kentucky MLS. So as you know, I'm Rachel Brantingham, and I'm here with your weekly housing market update for Elizabethtown and Hardin County. Okay. So quick snapshots that we saw. So over the last week, 15 new listings came on the market, which is still to me an impressive number, especially with the conditions that we've been working in over the last couple weeks. We saw 17 homes go under contract. I'm so impressed with our local agents and the aggressiveness of these buyers getting out in these conditions. I worked an open house and we saw several people come through, and I was just, every single person that came through, I was like, thank you for coming out. I know the conditions are less than ideal. So, and 12 families moved into their new homes. Contracts are still outpacing new listings. It's very important, which tells us that buyer demand is continuing even as we move through the tail end of the winter. Typically, we don't really start to see the market speed up until a little bit later in the winter and early into the spring. But 17 homes going under contract and only 15 new listings, we're really encouraged by that speed, okay? Average days on market over the last 30 days is 96. That's gone up just slightly, but I really think that that's due to the ice and snow. I think that we are still within the normal range that is typical for this time of year. We're not seeing any big changes or shifts in that. There are currently 354 active homes on the market, and we've seen 63 homes sell in the last 30 days. That puts us back at more of that average months of inventory. So 5.6 is where we were at. We were at 4.2. We jumped to about a 6.8, and now we're coming back to that 5.6. Once again, I think that's relative to the weather and the conditions that agents and sellers and buyers have been competing against. So I expect that to trend back down, and we'll probably sit somewhere between the 4 and 5 range. When it comes to pricing, excuse me, over the last 30 days, the average list price was $348,556, while the average sold price came in at $294,340. Something I was talking to my team about, we have buyers who are saying, hey, we kind of want to wait until later in the year to see what interest rates are going to do, and that as we expect them to continue to trend down. And that number right there is something that I want to point out. If you are considering buying and you're trying to determine when the right moment is in the market, if I was a buyer or had a loved one that was considering purchasing, this is a pretty great moment. And for many reasons, obviously it has to be about your specific goals and your motivation. But homes that have sat throughout the holiday season and the cold winter months, those sellers are being more aggressive about their sale price. And what that means for you as a buyer is you can take advantage of those lower sale prices while interest rates are sitting right at about a 5.99, 5.85 on conventional, 5.65 on VA, FHA, USDA. Of course, all of that varies based on your specific credit information, but you can kind of take advantage of what is almost a $50,000 reduction in what homes are actually closing at. And so if I were a buyer considering purchasing over the next couple months, I would definitely look into purchasing at this point. As I mentioned, interest rates are kind of holding steady. We haven't seen any big change in those. While no one has a crystal ball, we do expect interest rates to continue trending downward over time. One reason we're watching this closely is because the Fed chair is going to be replaced in May, and President Trump is expected to nominate Kevin Warsh. He is a former Federal Reserve governor and historically advocates for lower interest rates and a smaller balance sheet at the net. So we expect, obviously, there's no crystal ball and we don't know the direct outcome. But once again, if those rates were to continue dropping, I do expect to see house prices continue to go up and an increase in the price that you're going to see listings hitting the market at as more buyers are able to purchase. Another big update I want to share with you guys is that first-time home buyer funds are officially available. So if you're a first-time home buyer planning to purchase in the next couple months, there is a great government grant that is offered to you as an incentive to purchase your first home. There's a lot of things to know and understand about that grant, but basically once the funds are gone, they're gone. So you want to go ahead and get with your local agent and have them start showing you homes. Of course, you need to work with a lender that has that as an option. A Bound Credit Union is a great option, South Central Bank. Those guys have those funds at their availability, and they can, if you come in with a contract that's been accepted, they can support you in going through that process and actually taking advantage of that government grant. We are continuing to see homes that sat for a little bit go pending. We're super excited to continue to see that momentum despite the ice and snow. So I do think we'll continue to see that pick up in the heat of the spring market. I'm already seeing signs of it, and it's 60 degrees, guys. We're headed there quickly. One last thing is, of course, if your home has been sitting in the market and you haven't seen, the kind of showings and impact that you were hoping to see, one alternative is to try another route, which is kind of going the rental option. We've had great success with this with our clients. We're able to put it up for rent and for sale at the exact same time and see which one works out. We have a lot of military members that are moving to the area, and most of them, because they don't know exactly how long they're going to be here, are looking for a nicer rental. So if your home has been sitting and you haven't had success in getting it under contract, we'd love to talk to you about what that would look like for your specific situation. Overall, the market is heating up. Buyers and sellers are both taking advantage of this moment. Buyers are acting on value, and sellers are adjusting pricing and strategy. Momentum is building as we head closer to spring, and that's exactly what we like to see. As always, if you want a hyper local breakdown for your neighborhood, price point, or investment goals, I'm happy to help. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is your weekly housing market, and we'll see you again next week for another market update. All right, guys, we are going to talk with Nate Bryan. How are you today, sir?
I'm back. I'm back on land again, so it's been good.
Well, we're happy to have you home. I'm jealous, but we're happy to have you back. I hear today's business briefs are sponsored by the letter P.
Taking me back to my old Sesame Street, or what, I think it was Alphabet Gang. I'm not a teacher, but I think it was the Alphabet Gang we used to watch on the old VCR tapes.
I remember.
It wasn't planned this way. I wasn't like, okay, I need a theme. It was just that everything I tend to hit on started with the letter P. And we'll start with the big one is Publix. When I went out there that day, all I planned to do was take photos and get a video update, which Phil has the video here. So that's going to be the strip mall. That's the Pear Orchard side that we're looking at. And that was the strip mall that's going to go there. And then you've got to have Publix itself is that building that's orange, red, whatever you call it. I'm not a developer. That's Publix itself, and then there will be 4 outlots on the Ring Road side, which is all blocked by this currently. You can kind of get to the Ring Road side here in a minute. The developer is Columbia Properties. They have a website. We posted about it. Phil shared my post about it. They uploaded something, and then in the last 3 or 4 days, it changed. So we're not sure what's confirmed at this point, but as of Saturday when I put it up there, it said Firehouse was going to that building. It said Everbowl, which I don't even know how to say the word. Acai, Aki, ACAI. I don't eat it. I'm super.
You had it right the first time.
Acai. Publix liquor store is going to be on the other side because it has to be separate. Kelwin's, which I'm very familiar with. If you've been to Pigeon Forge, I think they have one in Panama City Beach. I know they have one in Branson, but usually the tourist places have the Kelwin's chocolate. Firehouse coming back, which I thought was neat. Hotworks, which is infrared yoga. Maybe that's more John's thing now that he's doing the yoga stuff. Me, not so much. And UPS store, I don't know if it would be a second one or if they would be leaving the North Dixie location, which we know is kind of very cramped. It only has 2 rows of parking. But as of
here's a screenshot of the
as of
what it says down.
Today, it now says all that stuff is now gone. But look at the last line, which they left. The center is projected to open in November of 2026. They left that. So
that's later than we thought. So
I think that is later than we thought. Now I would think that Kroger's going to be open before then. I've heard people at Kroger saying that Kroger's pushing for May or June. Mm-hmm. So, or start hiring in May and June with a summer opening. So this may answer the Kroger Publix war, who opens first, or maybe they're just being pessimistic by design. Like, again, I'm not a developer. Rachel's probably got a little bit more in my hand. You would think you push it back, and if you open early, good thing. I mean, optimistic. Hey, we're ahead of schedule. I mean, I don't know how that works. I was just kind of shocked to see November 2026 on there. Mm-hmm. So if you want more photos, I've got them all on a page. You can watch this video here or on our page as well.
I think it's cool that you have all the snow there, and then Harvey just pointed out we just hit 65 degrees. How cool is that?
I'm glad. I'm about to watch my yard become a puddle, so it's gonna be great. First the float up. Second one is I'm a pet lover. I know Brenton's a pet lover. We got doggy. Posh Pet Salon is adding a second location. If you know them, they are over near the Baskin Robbins, I believe, is the original location. The second location will be on North Dixie, near the bowling alley, near that light right there. It's a former U-Haul place, but they will be going there. I have a. Oh no, I'm back. All right, so we were sticking on Posh.
I think your camera's gone, but keep it up.
It shows me on mine, so if not, I'll still keep on talking. You don't need to look at my face anyway. My wife.
I'll bring you back in a second. But yeah, just keep on going.
Yeah, so Posh is adding a second location. All their stuff will filter over. They hope to open soon, so that'll be good for them. They are locally owned. Host wants to change your camera to front ultra wide. Okay, let's see. Now you can see my whole room. Great.
I'll switch it back now. I'm going to request you switch it to the front camera.
Welcome to Nate's Kitchen.
There you go.
Welcome to Nate's Close-Up. Okay, so that takes care of Posh. I do not have an opening date for them. I will. They do have a Facebook site group that you can follow. So that is Posh. Third one, Pop's Coin Laundry. I know lots of people have been interested in getting another coin laundry in E-Town. It is where the former one was located, right behind Double Dragon, right down the corner from Big Lots. So if you would call it Big Lots Plaza, I still do. There's our hours. I went out the other day, 7 to 9, Sunday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday is 7 to 10, extra hour. We have their price list too. People have asked, do they have 30-pound washers? Yes. Do they have 40-pound washers? Yes. Do they have 60-pound washers? Even better, they do. They've got 30 and 45-pound dryers. I think their laundry soap is $1. I mean, I think that's pretty reasonable. Whenever I've washed clothes on trips and stuff, that seems pretty. I think the hotels we've actually probably paid more. And they said I think they're giving out free either Snuggle or Clorox for whoever comes in this week. So, but they've done a great job in there. They've got some cool signs and pictures. I know people are excited about that. So, obviously, with as many people we have living in apartments or houses that don't have washers and dryers, it's great to have something like this in E-Town. And the fact it's opened up, what? Let me do the math. 15, 14 hours a day. That was hard. I need AI for that one. So you use Scott's AI math. But over 12 hours a day, every day, that's great. So I'm glad to have them. I think they're going to be a success. And the final one the business doesn't start with P, but it does deal with prom, is the Ever After Exchange, which is coming to downtown E-Town. It will be joining the building that the German American is coming into. They're called the Ever After Exchange. They just launched their Facebook page, I think, this month. It's ran by a pair of friends. They're putting more and more on their page. I think they have an Instagram page now too. You'll have to contact them. Do you donate dresses? Are they buying them? How is that working? I'm sure they're still ironing all that out. The entrance will be off. Speaking of P, Plum Alley will be where their entrance will be off that building. So that's all coming. So that's all for the letter P this week. If it start with T, it'll be sponsored by TechTel, but it's sponsored with P. Next week I'll have some stuff. I went by Home 2, the newest hotel in E-Town. I walked around there. So if you ever need a night stay, if your power's out, just want to get a night getaway, you can go there. I've stayed at Home 2 before up in Chicago, and it was nice. I had a great breakfast. I have a nice cycling center. They have as soon as you come in, if you order DoorDash or something, they'll drop it off right there, so you don't have to worry about coming to your room. They have 2, I think, Coleman grills outside. They have a fire pit, an indoor pool. I think 50-inch TVs in each room, 40 or 50-inch TVs. So they're not skipping. So it's built for long-term stays, which we're going to need, especially in a sports park. When the sports park gets going, we need that for the sports teams. And then also, I know they were friends to us. Tequila House has said goodbye. They hosted our Urals. I didn't get to go, but they are giving way to El Guadalajara, and I'll have that for next week. And got some other things I'm working on. So, if anybody's got any questions, concerns, comments.
I guess we have Harvey said the new Kroger has posted their store manager position already.
Oh, and if they're hiring already, I would think that means that they're not opening in November, or else.
Well, the Kroger,
they're talking a lot of training.
Yeah, and they're talking about Kroger, not Publix. That's what he said. So.
I would think that means Kroger probably beats them. I mean, I'm assuming with probably training in E-Town, unless they really need to see the Kroger marketplace. I don't know. Up in Louisville, but I'm assuming 3 months training wise would be fine for them. So.
Well, Nate, welcome back. We love having you back. We appreciate the business news. Of course, audience, if you have any business news tips or updates, make sure to drop them in the comments. And of course, you can reach out to us through hardinlocal.com if you have something that you want to share or have Nate look into or anything like that. So thank you, Nate. All right, Britton and Michelle, they are back this week. They hit up Jack's Wings for Super Bowl Sunday and brought back a full report. I'm so excited. Let's see what you guys thought.
Do you have anything you guys want to lead with before I get to the video? Or you just want to
Well, unfortunately, Mama couldn't be there. And so she got leftovers when I got home from the Super Bowl. And I figured she would, save them for the next day or a meal or whatever. So at 10 o'clock at night, she smashed her favorites, and then I got I won both ways that day, so I can't complain. Even though the game wasn't great, I had enough foresight to make sure that I didn't get in trouble.
He won my Valentine heart by bringing me hot wings
On Super Bowl.
So where is Jack's Wings at?
Okay, so Jack's Wings is a food truck. They're a trailer.
Okay.
And they set up most of the time. I'd say at least 4 days a week. They're set up across the street from True Value on Dixie Highway here in Radcliffe. But they go to several places in E-Town. They travel. They go out to HRC. And so when I first moved here, they were in a little shack next door to Song's Korean Buffet up on the hill in Radcliffe. And then they closed, and then they kind of disappeared for a little while, and then they came back with the food truck, and then this new reiteration's been around since COVID. They've got a really sharp trailer, and I mean
very nice.
They crank out the food, and but they go to a lot of the food truck rallies, and you can find them around. You can always find out where they are on their Facebook page.
All right.
Order in advance on their Facebook page.
You have to call orders in.
You have to call and order in. Yeah. Okay, if you want to.
Okay. And you just find them on Facebook.
For you on the spot, and you have to be prepared to wait for it.
Yep.
Because it's cooked fresh, so there's a little bit of a wait, which is okay in my book.
But they don't just have wings; they have fish, pork chops, some Cajun fare spot, jambalaya, red beans and rice, and some great sides. And they have you can see their menu on their Facebook page. They have a variety of family meals that you can get. And like I said, with the call ahead, we called it in. They said, "Hey, it'll be ready at 5:45." I pulled up at 5:45 and was on the road back to the house by 5:50. So I mean, spot on.
Cool. Well, let's get this started.
Hey guys, Experience Theater here, and we are in Radcliffe, Kentucky today. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and we're going to get some classics for our Super Bowl party. We're heading over here. We're going to check out and do carry out from Jack's Wings. These guys are an institution in Radcliffe. They've been here. They travel all over the county. Best wings around. I'm excited about this one. Let's go see what they have for us. Oh, let me tell you something. I'm in the car. You won't believe how these things smell. We got 50 wings, a variety of sauces for our Super Bowl party. So when we get back to the house, we get these things set up. We'll give you a rundown, and then we'll do some tasting. All right, guys. So let's get into this, and let's see what we have here. Flipping around, we got some Southern barbecue, or sweet barbecue. Go right there. Hot lemon pepper. Look at the size of those wings, man. The smell, I wish you could smell. This is Jamaican jerk. They don't go short on the sauce. Then we have Kentucky bourbon glaze. And then some sweet Thai chili. I'm telling you guys, the size of these wings, the meatiness. We called this order in. They were ready to go. 50 wings, $75. Can't beat that with a stick. Let's get in these. There's 2 of each wing. This plate is jacked full. I can't wait to see how this is going to go down. I don't know where to start. So I think we'll start with the barbecue. It's always a safe play. I want you to look at the size of this wing. That's not magnified. That's just big.
You like the drums or the flats
It's
better?
big in my hands. Okay. When I was opening the boxes, my hands are, I realize I'm freakishly large. I understand that. But I mean,
Do you like the flats or the drums better?
I'm a drum guy.
Gotcha.
But
I like them both equally.
But I will not discriminate. My preference is drums, but if you set 10 flats in front of me, they'd get eaten.
You're gonna take care of it.
Yeah, I'm a flats guy. It's Jon O'Brien. We can still hear you over here. I think. Wait, let me turn on your camera. Oh, you're on. What's your favorite type? No, we had wings recently, or maybe I don't have this camera on. Let's bring him in because he's a professional. Maybe. Oh wait, here we go. I'm fixing it. There we go. Now we got you.
Flats, 100% flats.
Yeah, me too.
Extra crispy. If they'll do them extra crispy, flats extra crispy.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you on that one. And let's get this going again.
Lots of sauce. Plenty of crunch. Barbecue's great. All right, so here's a flavor I've never tried before. This is hot lemon pepper. We'll see if we like that or not.
So this was
Besides that
a
flat.
hot buffalo with lemon pepper.
That's one of my favorite things over at Duff's. I'll have them do the medium hot with the lemon pepper dry rub on top of it. It's a little tang with the heat. Really pops up.
They got that Nashville hot now. John and me went like 2 weekends ago, and I got that same thing with the lemon pepper and the Nashville hot. It was real good mixed up.
My feelings are
These
hurt.
look
Dustin didn't call.
good.
So it's buffalo, lemon pepper. Got a little bit of a tang to it. Not my favorite, but that's pretty tasty. All right, this is the Thai chili.
I do like Thai chili more than
I
most.
love it.
I love Thai chili.
That's classic.
Favorite.
She thick, boys. I can't get over this. This is the Kentucky bourbon. I'm gonna tell you, I can smell the bourbon in it from here. It's sweet, like barbecue, but definitely strong bourbon. Really good. All right, let's get this last one here. Last try. This is the Jamaican jerk. This is Mama's favorite. Mama is at her mama's house tonight. I'm over here at Stubbs watching the Super Bowl. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Look at this thing, man. It's like a chicken leg. I think somebody confused this wing with a chicken leg. My lord. Woo! That is hot. That is jerk. All the spices, all the flavor. That's just amazing right there. I don't know if you can tell it or not. You see
this? That bite was noticeably smaller than the rest because of the way of how potent jerk seasoning and the jerk sauce is, and it's the hottest. I think that's the hottest sauce I have because it has habanero peppers in it.
Ooh, it's wicked.
And it is, but it's one of those things that you eat it and then it just starts building, and you can't stop. But then when you do stop, you are on fire.
Well, they do wings like this. Why doesn't somebody do drumsticks like this? Why can't you do a
Chicken
hot,
legs?
not a hot wing, but a hot leg? Why don't
That's a
they
good question.
Why don't they do hot legs?
Let's be perfectly honest. I don't care about drumsticks, but I think it'd be great to do chicken thighs that way.
Oh, or yeah.
Well, I know they were. So during COVID, chicken legs or chicken wings were higher than what chicken thighs cost, and wing spots were doing thighs instead of wings, just because it was cheaper to do the thighs. And that's I think it's better meat than the wings anyways. A lot more flavor in that thigh than there is the wing.
Yep.
A boneless, skinless thigh, just deep is one of the most versatile pieces of chicken that you can get. And you can do a lot of things. Like I've got a video on our TikTok where I make a chicken sandwich out of one of those, and it was a honey sriracha chicken thigh on a bun with dill pickle and a kind of a sweet little mayo sauce on it, and it was solid.
Look at your picture.
Look at this. You see these lips? finish this.
They are on fire. I'm gonna tell you what, that collection of wings right there from Jack's Wings, amazing, crunchy, saucy. Favorite sauce of the night was probably the barbecue or Thai chili. The hot lemon pepper was definitely hot. Jamaican jerk, smoking. If you get a chance, you need to find these guys. You can follow them on Facebook, find their page, see where they're going to be set up, and you need to go and experience Jack's Wings because it is absolutely top notch. One of my favorites, and I know Mama's going to be excited because I'm bringing her leftovers.
I want to say that I don't know. I think they have 50. That they have between their dry rubs and their sauces about 50 combinations. I mean, they have a very impressive list of what they have, and which a kitchen like that would get me in trouble because I'd just start playing, just start trying to mix stuff up, play with it, see what you come up with.
You'd end up with 1,000.
Those are called permutations, and there's a mathematical equation to figure that out.
Yes.
But yeah.
50 wings for $75 is like, I mean, that seems like a steal to me.
Well,
but it's a good size wing.
Yeah, and it's not like you're going to, and I'll tell you somebody else that has really good wings. And it's funny, but Popeyes has good wings.
Yeah.
But they're tiny. And they're not very expensive, but they're good. But they're not even in the ball. I mean, it's like single A ball versus triple A ball. I mean, the difference, or the major leagues in the difference in the quality of those wings. And that's and I just and like I said, the fact that they're a small business, their family, it's a husband and wife, their daughters and a couple of their friends are there. They run that thing. They've got it going on.
That's
and
super cool.
If you see that red trailer anywhere, I don't care. It's like the red light at Krispy Kreme. Stop. They will take care of you.
Woo. Good stuff.
Well, audience, have you tried Jack's Wings, and what's your go-to sauce? We want to hear from you guys. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you have a restaurant that you want Britton and Michelle to visit, please let us know. Britton and Michelle, how lengthy is your list of places that you have to hit?
I'm never going to get there. And so, and here's, and I think I've said this before, and if I have, forgive me for repeating, but there's a fine balance between being adventurous and going and trying new stuff, and going to time-proven classics that are just going to be that you're not going to be disappointed, that they're going to deliver, and it's going to be, and you're going to enjoy that meal. And so,
I think you need a balance.
Yes, you
need a balance.
That happened for my birthday last week. We ended up at a place that had a lot of nostalgia for us. We ended up at Pat's Steakhouse in Louisville. Great place, a lot of tradition. Steakhouse Hall of Fame in the United States, which was a pretty cool award they had won. But it was a proven. I'd much rather, for a birthday, I wanted to go somewhere that was proven, that had some nostalgia, as opposed to going and trying someplace brand new that didn't. You may or may not know what you're getting into. Right.
That's awesome.
Since we still have you here, have you seen this Laker on Dixie Food Challenge?
I have, and I'm not a food challenge guy. I used to be back in the day. I did a few. Have any of you ever heard of the Big Dixie Challenge at Christie's?
Yeah.
The four patty, 8 pound, whatever it was, burger. I nailed it. We took Eli and a bunch of his buddies for one of his birthdays there. And I think we had 8 kids and me, and I think we had 3 or 4 that actually finished.
Teenage boys.
Teenage boys, yeah. It was his 13th or 14th birthday, and we did it. But yeah, that challenge at Lakers on Dixie is legit.
It's
that thing.
A lot of food. I don't know that I could do that.
I'm a burger person, and I probably ate more than my share on cruises, especially. But 4.5 pound cheeseburger. 1.5 pound chili cheese fries, an ice cream parfait, but at least you get to pick it. Limited drinks, and you get 30 minutes. And if you win, you get a T-shirt, bragging rights. If you lose, it's $63, and probably a lot of time in the bathroom. So
that's only 7 pounds of food. 7 pounds. That's not bad. And so this is just a for instance, a gallon of water weighs 8 pounds, and I can chug a gallon of water.
That's fair.
So I could probably do that, but I would be pretty miserable afterwards. And here's a little burger food challenge hint or piece of advice.
Tidbit.
Carbonated beverages are essential for those big ones when they're heavy like that. Because if you drink as you go, you'll build up, and when you're really full, you let that CO2 out, and it'll resettle and give you more room.
Mm-hmm.
That challenge is crazy.
It is.
I think it's kind of cool.
I'd pay the $63 and take Michelle in Georgia or somebody would just.
I love that it says it's not for people with plans later.
It is very. I love the way that how they worded it.
That's right. That's right.
That's funny.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that if you plan on continuing later on that night.
Yeah.
That would not be
All mean roller coasters.
or before going dancing, or going to
Do anything really.
before you hit Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Oh, that's coming back up. All right, guys. Well, before we wrap up, anything we missed from the comments, Phil, that you wanted to pull up? We pulled them as we were going.
Yeah, I think we got most of them. Yeah, we tagged Jack Wings, I think, in the comments, so you can find their Facebook page there. And yeah, I've got everything, so
Awesome.
we're good.
Guys, any shout outs you all want to share?
I want to give a shout out that the Hardin County schools finally got back in. I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of fun on the Radcliffe Shout and the E-Town pages, listening to these parents gripe and complain about their long-term choices and what they had to deal with. I think that all those parents that were complaining about having their kids home that long ought to be really thankful for the teachers and the jobs they do, dealing with all the adaptability and the curveballs and the changeups they've had to deal with. So, but big shout out to Hardin County schools and all the school districts that have finally gotten back open and gotten the kids back in the swing of things.
I appreciate that, Britt. As a mom of a 6 and 9-year-old, I'll tell you, I've never enjoyed myself pulling up to that drop-off line so much. I was like, I rolled the window down. I was like, thank you.
I'm free.
I pulled off. I'm like, sky's the limit. I don't know what I'm going to do today. Went to work, but, it was a wild time. Awesome. Anybody else with a shout-out?
Oh, my special lady friend for Valentine, my special Valentine, Jamie. Give her a special shout out to her.
Oh, look at you.
She gives me good support on this 75 hard as well. She made me envelopes with notes for each day. And so did her son Jalen and my sister and niece and nephew as well. So, but she organized it all. So I've got pretty much a note every day to open up to give that kind of encouragement each day, and I appreciate that so much.
Does that make it easier? Does that make it easier to do to like having that encouragement and notes?
I think it does. I mean, I haven't had a hard day yet that I need that, but I do enjoy it still. And there's little pictures. She put too much confetti in some of them. It's all over my floor. I vacuumed like 8 times, and I'm consigned. I'm not gonna vacuum till the end of this. It's just gonna be a floor of confetti. I wake up and it's on my feet. But it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
I love it.
We didn't mention it, but I'm going to. Scott's son was in the All-State band. As a former band person, I wasn't very good at all. My older brother was better. Making All-State is very hard, especially how much the state's grown and how they've done it. And it's a huge honor, and your son's ultra talented. I loved watching him in Footloose and some of the other stuff. The fact that he could skate and not be self-taught. Because I was going to the other day, Courtney, I'm like, no, I'll fall down. So we didn't go. But congratulations on that honor. I'm sure that was a fun night for you and for him.
Yeah, it was awesome. So yeah, with all states, always you have to apply for it. So yeah.
No, congratulations there.
Yep, congratulations, Scott.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, anybody else before we close out? All right, guys. Well, once again, here's how you can stay connected with us. Go to hardinlocal.com for all our links and resources. As I mentioned, we're on Spotify. There's a link right up here that you can scan. Thank you, guys. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. So please follow us on your favorite podcast platform. We're on LinkedIn. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. And don't forget, the election interview deadline has been pushed to February 28th. You can visit I
put the link in the comments. So.
Perfect. Yeah, there's the link in the comments. So make sure to visit there to sign up. You want to take advantage of that. I am so excited to get out in the sunshine. I cannot wait. I'm going to go put on a t-shirt and flip-flops. I'm kidding. But I will put on my shorts for John. All right, guys. Phil, Scott, John, Nate, Britton, and Michelle, thank you all for being here with me today. Great to have the full crew, guys. It's been a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Look at us.
Yes.
And to everyone that is watching, thank you for being part of our Hardin local community. We're so grateful you spent time with us today. We'll see you next Tuesday, same time, same place. Until then, support local, stay connected, enjoy all the amazing things happening here in Hardin County. And one last thank you to Techtel for sponsoring today's episode. Details are always at hardinlocal.com. And may I just say, happy Valentine's Day from all of us.
Thank you, Heather. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather. We really do
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Heather.